All right, so I did my first vid, the I'm Back live stream. I talked about the Eagles and Sixers. I talked about the Eagles game against the Saints a little bit, but now I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. So let's get into it. So we got the dub over the Saints, 40-29. We're up to 5-6 on the season. I mean, with Carolina losing earlier today to Washington, that puts us ahead of them in a tiebreaker because we beat them earlier in the regular season. So that certainly helps us out right there. And with the schedule we have ahead, we got the Giants twice. The Jets, of course, got to play Washington twice, and we got the rematch against the Cowboys. We can get some revenge for the Week 3 loss. But look at those games right there I just listed. Think of the opponents ahead. Giants twice, Washington twice, Jets. I mean, those are certainly winnable games. So we could win enough games, definitely, to at least get into the playoffs. Now, I don't know about winning the division, but it could definitely help us at least possibly sneak into the playoffs as a wild card, which would be a great sign for this first year under a new regime. Because we have a good enough schedule and favorable enough schedule with the quality of opponents to help us win enough games to rattle off a run. That could definitely help us out right there. Now, as far as this game against the Saints, let's get into it because there's some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't like. And we got the dub. We started to, one thing I really was happy with, we're committing to the run. These past 4 games, we won 3 of those 4 games. And one of the key factors is we started committing to the run. I mean, I remember earlier in the season, I, along with everyone else in this Eagles fan base, was coming on here, making videos, telling them to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, just run the darn ball. And now all of a sudden they finally started committing to it. Started with the Lions game, worked out great. We moved Jordan Howard up from the practice squad to the active roster. We did against the Chargers. It worked out great for our offense. But the defense didn't help us in that game. But hey, then going forward, of course, last week against the Broncos, we continued to commit to the run, and it worked. And it helped Jalen Hurts, too, have a good game, especially connecting with Devontae Smith. And then this week, we were committed to the run. That really helped us out. It was Miles Sanders' first game back. I was having my questions. Would we actually try to commit to running the ball? Because I was wondering, were we running because we were more confident in Jordan Howard? Is the staff more confident in him than Miles Sanders? So I was curious what they're going to do with Miles Sanders back. But they committed to the run with Miles Sanders in there. He got 16 carries for 94 yards. So it was working. And we gave Boston Scott and Jordan Howard some carries. So that was good. But the unfortunate downside is we lost Jordan Howard as he went down with a knee injury. And I'm still going to be paying attention to see what the reports are. I don't know if how long he's going to be out yet. We're hoping he recovers soon, but we'll see what happens there. We'll see what the injury report is with time. But yeah, but the run game, we committed to the run. That was good, and that's helped us. But you see what's now going on. We're running the ball. It's helping wear down the defense. And it's helping create more lanes in the passing game. You see, even Jalen Hurts' passing has improved in recent weeks. So that's running the ball more. It's like the one thing we're telling this team to do is actually working now. So I was very impressed with that. Also, I was impressed with the fact, I was really impressed too with, because remember, the Saints had the number 3 defense against the run coming into this game. And we ran the ball effectively against that defense. We ran the ball effectively. It's one of the best run defenses in the NFL. So that's a sign that, hey, this run game knows this run game can run the ball. And they can do so effectively, including against teams that have the top run defenses. And today proved it. You saw Miles Sanders running, Boston Scott was doing solid, Jordan Howard was doing good before he went down with that knee injury. So that was good. You saw Jalen Hurts scrambling a little bit, but I'll get more into that later in the video. And he had 3 rushing touchdowns on it. So he definitely helped out there. I really like that. So I'm really happy about that. And also like the fact that, hey, we were able to get some turnovers on defense. Now, granted, we're going against a team led by Trevor Siemian without Alvin Kamara, but we did enough, especially in the first half. And we got 2 interceptions. One of them was a pick 6 by Darius Slay. Darius Slay, the one guy who's been consistent in the secondary all season. He's been shutting guys down. Even when the rest of the defense is struggling, Darius was playing well, and he was shutting guys down. So I'm actually, he got the pick 6. I'm thinking, hey, he's Pro Bowler. This guy should be a Pro Bowler. We knew that Darius Slay. There's a reason they call him Big Play Slay. Remember, during our Super Bowl season in 2017, when Darius Slay was with the Detroit Lions, he led the league in interceptions. There's a reason we as Eagles fans were excited when they brought him in. We heard Big Play Slay was coming to Philly. We were excited. And this season, he's proving it. But unfortunately, he had to leave the game. We're hoping that he's going to still be on the field because he's definitely one of the key. He is the key contributor to our secondary. The heart and soul of our secondary this season is Darius Big Play Slay. So I like that. I like that the coaches are actually committed to running the ball. And I like that Nick Sirianni's play calling is definitely better. So the two things I'm happy with the most of this game are the running game and the play calling. That's really helped our offense. Although, and even Jalen Hurts in the passing game, he wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible either. He didn't have to force as many plays this time. And, he got the ball. You can get Devontae Smith got 4 targets. Dallas Goedert was our main receiver. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside finally caught a pass this season. But I was hoping we would have got Quez Watkins involved in more. Because we know Quez Watkins, he's a speed receiver. I was wishing we would have gave him more targets and gave him a few more looks, see what he could do. Would get some few receptions in. Because that's going to tie into some of the things I didn't like. One of the things I didn't like, though, even though Jalen Hurts scrambled for 3 touchdowns, is he's running way too much. Like he ran 18 times on top of giving Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and Jordan Howard the ball. He ran a total of 18 times. Now, granted, obviously, Jalen Hurts as our quarterback, well, his biggest strengths is the fact that he can run. Is that if he's going back to pass, he doesn't find anything, he can take off and get a few yards. That's one of the good things of having a mobile, elusive, fast, quick quarterback. But here's the problem now. He's trying to basically play the role of both running back and quarterback. And the more he runs, the more he's taking on the risk of taking those hits. And that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I feel like they could have gave Quez Watkins a few more looks. Because he's a speed receiver. Maybe instead of having Jalen run so much, we could have got Quez Watkins in a little bit more. Jalen looks Quez's way a little bit. Maybe gets a few passes off to him. Quez uses his speed to make a play out of it. That way, Jalen doesn't have to run as much. That's one thing they could have done to reduce the amount of times he runs, is give Quez Watkins some more looks in the passing game. Let him use his speed when he catches the ball. So I'm definitely happy that Jalen, definitely happy that we have a quarterback that can throw and can run, but he's doing it too much. I'm afraid he's going to get hurt. And it's going to be because if he gets hurt, then we got Gardner Minshew. Gardner can't move around and I don't know how he's going to connect with the receivers. So I'm definitely worried that he's running too much. That's one thing I didn't like. And the other thing I didn't like, the defense in the second half. Dude, we were up 30-7 at one point. We ended up winning 40-29. You let the Saints off the hook a little bit. You almost let them back in this game. I mean, that the third running touchdown that Hurts got that helped seal the deal, that's the one key play. It's ironic I'm talking about Hurts' running touchdown after I said that he's running a little too much. But that play where he ran that running touchdown helped save the game for us. Helped give us the points we need to put it away because Saints were inching in closer. Our defense let him off the hook a little bit. I mean, Jonathan Gannon, no. You never take your foot off the gas pedal in this league. You cannot do that at all. Just very disappointed with that. You got to stay consistent the whole game, man. You cannot let any team off the hook at all. That's what I was disappointed with. I mean, I was more disappointed with that than Hurts running because at least Hurts running was effective, but I was disappointed that they were doing it too much. Whereas with Jonathan Gannon, you can't let simple as that. You can't let your foot off the gas pedal. I mean, not much else to say except that you have to stay with it the whole time. You got lucky here, but in the future, if you play them that way, the defense starts to, get a little loose, get a little lenient, starts to feel more content with where they're at, so to say. They're not really focused. You couldn't let a team come back and lose a game in the future if you're not up by as many points, or if you're going against a team with their starters. And speaking of that, you're lucky Alvin Kamara wasn't in this game, because he was the biggest threat for the Saints, and he wasn't on the field for this game. Man, but I was so disappointed with this Jonathan Gannon defense. He almost let him come back, man. You cannot let this happen. You almost let an Alvin Kamara-less Saints come back. So disappointed by that. But as far as the game goes, hell, we got the win. We're at 5-6. We still have hope for this season now. We've won 3 of 4 with the schedule ahead. We could have a good chance at a wild card seed. And we got the Giants next week. I mean, although the Giants are going to come in, they're going to want to get the dub over us because they're still mad at us for that Week 17 game last year. But you look at the Giants roster, look at our roster. This is a winnable game, man. This is still a winnable game. So we can definitely get the dub there, move up to 6-6, and beat the Jets. Maybe we're above 500, and we can keep going from there. But yeah, you guys let me know. What do you think? What are your takeaways from this game? What you liked from this game? What you didn't like from this game? How do you feel about our chances of possibly making the playoffs? You let me know in the comment section. I feel we do have good chance of at least getting a wild card out of this, but we will see what happens. Nikki Steve signing off. Have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you next time. Fly, Eagles, fly.